Hello, our grammar for today is ergative verb. Look at these two examples. I boiled some water. The water boiled. Can you find any differences between them? At the end of the lesson, you can understand all about these two examples. Today we work on what is ergative verb. When do you use ergative verb? When the object of the sentence becomes the subject of the sentence, the meaning doesn't change. It will be possible when the verb is ergative. The film is started at 8 p.m. The film starts at 8 p.m. In this example, we don't need passive voice. The second one sounds better. The film starts at 8 p.m. because the start is ergative verb. When do you use ergative verbs? We use ergative verbs when we want to avoid responsibility, we don't care about subject, something does the action to itself. Ergative verbs when we want to avoid responsibility. Look at these two examples. I broke the window. The window broke. Okay? I broke the window. Here I accept the responsibility. But in the second example, the window broke, I didn't accept any responsibility. Because the break is ergative verb, we can write it in this form. Ergative verbs when we don't care about subject. Example, the writer began the book with chapter about death. Here you want to focus on book. Because we know it's a book, it has a writer. We don't use the passive with the ergative verbs. It draws attention to subject. It makes us think too much about doer or subject of the verb. Next example, the meeting started. Here start is the ergative verb and we don't need passive voice. In this way, it sounds well. More examples. The shop is opened at 5. The shops open at 5. All verbs related to open and close, they are ergative verbs and the second one sounds better. Ergative verbs, something does the action to itself. Example, my cell phone turned itself off. Turn is the verb and it is ergative verb. We don't need passive voice. Are you ready for a quiz? You must decide passive voice is suitable or because of the ergative verbs we don't need passive. Number 1. The mountain vanished. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct because vanish is ergative verb. What was happened? Do we have another choice? Yes. What happened? The fog appeared. Is it correct? Yes, exactly. Appear is linking verb and linking verb, they are ergative. For more information, you can watch my previous video about linking verb. The last one, the flowers were dyed. Do we have another choice? Yes, exactly. The flowers died. The film started. Started is ergative verb and then this writing, this grammar, it is okay. The second one, the door opened. You know that all the verbs about open and close, they are ergative verbs. So it is correct. The train was arrived. Again, arrived is ergative verbs and you can change it to the train arrived. The dirt was disappeared. As I mentioned before, disappear is linking verb and then here I can write it, the dirt disappeared. Interest rates were lowered. No change. The ice melted. All the verbs about cooking are ergative verbs. This one is very good. No changing. And the last one, the cake was risen. Here we need what? Ergative, because rise is ergative verbs. We need the cake rose. In this section, you can find all the ergative verbs about the cook group, break group, change group, start and stop, open and close, weaken and strengthen, improve and worsen group. As a short, when the object of the sentence becomes the subject of the sentence, the meaning doesn't change. It will be possible when the verb is ergative. Also, when you use an ergative verb, you have a choice between two or more patterns. These patterns allow you to talk about the word in very different ways. For example, you can choose to indicate that something just happens, perhaps as a natural occurrence, without indicating that someone or something is responsible for it. Or you can indicate that someone or something is the cause of what happens and so is responsible for it. Thank you for watching.